Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Jules and this is my little corner of the house for all things K-pop and Asian American pop culture. Join in and discuss what I'm watching, listening to, or generally obsessed with right now. Hi everyone and welcome back to another week of my K-pop corner, my little corner of the house of all things, cute and K-pop. And actually I still need to work on this part of the office wall here. I still need to put up everything. But I've decided I'm only going to do these once monthly because doing it every week, some weeks I have nothing to talk about, but I chose a really bad month to do that because I feel like so much happened this month. There was so much like news, announcements, and etc. So we're just gonna dive right in. Okay. Starting off with all these dating rumors that have been happening. Like, I don't know what's in the air or people are just like more decaf, but I'm like kind of here for it. But there were so many dating rumors that were announced basically all in the same week. It kind of started off with, Karina first off, and Lee Jae-wook, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm really behind on my dramas, so I actually don't really know who any of these people are. But there was like the whole deal where she like wrote a personal letter apologizing, and then people were criticizing her for apologizing, and then it like made national news, like BBC or something like that. And so people were just getting all sorts of mad for no reason. Everyone needs to calm down. But yeah, my personal favorite out of the ones that were announced were obviously Jio from Twice and Yeon Sung-bin, because Physical 100 is going on right now, and he was obviously like the most popular breakout guy from the first season. So I'm like kind of here for the couple. Like, aren't they just like the buffest couple ever? I kind of like that they're both so fit, because Gio's always so like, super into lifting weights and like working out and staying active and staying fit. So I kind of ship this couple a lot, even if it's not true. I really hope it is. But yeah, besides that, then the next big drama was obviously with Han So-hee and Ryu Jun-yeol, which used to be the ex-boyfriend of Hae-ri. Yeah, there was a whole drama, and they only were dating for 2 weeks, and they apparently officially announced their breakup already, but not before. There was like the whole Instagram spat between the two, but it was like a big nothing, but it was like also kind of something. But yeah, that was like so much drama. And this is only like the end of the first quarter of 2024. We still have a lot of 2024 left. I guess we'll see how it goes, but I'm kind of here for it. Like idols and like actors just dating so openly now. I like know it's like kind of like against whatever the culture there, but I'm kind of here for it. But yeah, I've always wondered why like the fan culture of dating, like our idols dating, was like always so intense for seemingly no reason. I kind of understand it. It's almost like a predetermined like agreement between both parties, like kind of like undying devotion and such. But keeping a little bit of the Delulu alive, who knows? I don't know. Speaking of keeping the Delulu alive, we're finally getting not even official comeback tour announcements, but some tour announcements. We have finally, it was leaked that New Jeans will embark on their world tour in 2025. I would have paid money to think it was this year, but to be fair, they only have like less than an hour's worth of songs. But you know what? We're here. But also by 2025, I'm sure there's going to be like way more fans, so we have to fight way more people for tickets. Coming May 24th and June 21st, so we're gonna have 4 new Jeans songs, basically, doubling the roster of songs. That on top of world tour for 2025, which about time. Hopefully they get a venue big enough to fit everyone. But they also announced their fan meeting in Japan. We're also like maybe this close to maybe trying to get tickets to go to that. I don't know how feasible it is. I've never tried doing ticketing in Japan or Korea, but I'm sure it's got to be maybe worse than it is here. Maybe, definitely. Also, in regards to, this is like breaking news, hot off the presses information. that 17 is also making a comeback. 2 comebacks this year, which means hopefully they'll have time to tour. Maybe Q4, Q3, Q4 this year. Hoshi spoiled that they're having 2 comebacks this year, with the first comeback basically coming back in a month, like end of April. It's gonna be like another, I'm assuming, mini album. But you know what? I'm here for it. Let's do it. Go stretch. We're ready for another comeback season. I'm quite excited. They released the promo video literally today. Today is Sunday, March 31st. End of Q1, you know, end of the month. We're like at a good check-in point. Like, how are you, friends? But yeah, already seeing the new teaser video online for one of the 17 albums. Looks like there's a lot of references to like old songs or like old themes. So someone's like, you already know how we feel about like anthology albums, or if it's kind of like a best of album, because we are nearing that time, you know. They were supposed to start enlisting by the end of this year. Scoops got exempted because of like multiple surgeries, but basically that was enough to exempt him from doing military service. But then we also have Jong-un, and then, you know, the rest of the crew probably coming up soon. So even though we don't want to admit it, and I also kind of want to like live in denial, that's probably the reality of what's happening. But I guess we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, speaking of people who I thought was going to tour this year, but have yet to do so, what is going on with Sserafim? Okay, I was waiting for a tour this year. But one of my friends said something that gave me hope. And they're playing at Coachella. It's possible that they'll announce the tour right after Coachella. It's a pretty common thing for people to do, right? Like after like a big show, and then announce like a tour maybe in like the later half of the year, maybe in the fall. I'd be down for that. And then, because when I tell you, that's literally the only album, the only thing that's been playing in our house, in our car, on our YouTube, on anything. It's been nonstop Sserafim. And it's taken this long, but converted my husband. No, this is literally all he plays. But who can blame him? It's actually fire. Everything about it is so good, top to bottom. Even though it's a mini album. No skips. And I kind of love what they've been doing with like all their intros, how they've been using the fact that they're like trilingual, like English, Korean, and Japanese. Creates like a really fun little like soundscape. And they've been doing it for like the past few intros for their, maybe since the beginning of all their albums, but I'm kind of here for it. But yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed, tour for that, because this is going to be the first time I'm not going to Coach in a while. And I'm going to have FOMO, but I'm also this close to trying to find like a one-day ticket to go see them. We are manifesting. We are creating this. Okay, and then to end it, we're going to be talking about random stuff I've been watching on Netflix. I feel like there's been a pretty good selection of content and stuff like that to watch on Netflix as of late, especially in this past month. Like, obviously right now, we are deep into the season of Physical 100. It's like probably the only thing that both me and my husband love watching, and he's like just as excited to watch it when the new episodes get released every week. But you know, the second season is not hitting as much as the first season. Like the first season, I feel like there were so many like standout, you know, stars and people that got so big from it, you know, like different like influencers and people that got like super big and famous from it. But this season, it doesn't seem like there's that many people, although there's freaking the girl from Singles Inferno, Kang So-yeon was her name. Yeah, when did she even get eliminated? I literally have no idea where she went. She was like here, and all of a sudden I was like, wait, what happened to that girl? And then she was already gone. But yeah, and then there was like not as many like fun women to root for. You know, I feel like last season we had a little YouTuber, the like CrossFit girl, and then obviously Yeon Sung-bin, and then yeah, there's not as much this year. I won't lie, I'm like still pretty entertained. Like it's still like a pretty good season, but it's just not hitting the same. But yeah, so besides that, we're like basically, I think the last few episodes are being released this week, so I'm excited to see how the rest of the season goes. But right now, we just left on that cliffhanger for the like monkey bars bag kicking challenge thing, and yeah, it was crazy. I audibly gasped, and I was just like, like, what happened? Who's gonna win? How do we find out what's happening? And then I was like, their editing, Netflix editing, it's been pretty good for the season so far. Like, I've definitely been hooked. Also, been watching Three Body Problem on Netflix. I have not read the books before, so I don't know how accurate of a portrayal it is. I know there's like a Chinese TV show version that came out last year, I think 2023. Yeah. Also heard that was good as well, but yeah, I don't know. I've been like into it and now I'm like, should I read the books? I'm like kind of down. Those who don't know it, it's like a Chinese, it's written by a Chinese author. It's like sci-fi slash kind of alien slash scientist movie series show. But it's pretty good. The production value has been like pretty crazy. Yeah, but we just finished episode 5 and I know episode 5 is where it goes off and people are saying it kind of goes downhill after this, so I kind of don't know how the rest of it's gonna go, but I've been really enjoying it so far. Some of it feels a little unnecessary, but you know what? We'll give it a chance. We'll see how the rest of it goes. That's what we've been watching lately. And I've been entertained. It's been good. Oh, and obviously, Avatar: The Last Airbender came out on Netflix this past month. And I won't lie, I enjoyed it very much. We're going into it, and I was just like, hopefully this can't be worse than the M. Night Shyamalan version, you know? And then once we started rolling, I was like, oh boy, this looks a little cheesy. But it ended up being okay. Like, I actually like quite enjoyed most of the, I don't know, okay, the acting, but the effects actually looked pretty good. The scenes that they built, like the sets looked great. It's like always like a weird thing to try to take an animated series and make it into a live action. And I won't lie, I have not liked a single live action adaptation of like an animated series, and this is the first one I think I've liked ever. And that's saying something. But anyways, they've already confirmed that there will be a season 2 and a season 3, which of course we have to like continue on with the story. And there's people who have like, this is their first time like really getting in with the series before, and I was just like, where have you been? You know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell them. You know, you've been missing out. It's a perfect story. Watch the Nickelodeon version, the animated Nickelodeon show. It's like perfect piece of art. Anyways, that's like, you know, a couple things that I've been watching, listening to, keeping an eye on. I don't know what's coming out this next month in April. We'll be New 17 by the end of this month, so yay. And then, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what else is coming up. Let me know what else you're listening to or watching, anything that's coming up that I should look out for, watch. Yep. Anyways, thanks for sitting here and listening to me talk. See you in the next one. Oh my god, and one last thing I completely forgot to talk about, but I meant to, but probably like one of the biggest things that's happened this week is the debut of the new girl group ILLIT. They were on the Are You Next competition show, which I didn't really watch, but they're the new hype girl group, and honestly their debut song is already going pretty viral, but it's been interesting because at first I didn't think it was that catchy, but the more I saw it on Spotify and on Instagram and TikTok, it kind of grew on me a lot, I won't lie. Exactly. So yeah, the new girl group under ILLIT Lab, who's owned by Hybe. And yeah, they're the new 5-piece girl group. So they're underneath the same sub-label as ENHYPEN. They're formed on the competition show Are You Next? They're made up of, I think, three Korean members and 2 Japanese members. But yeah, this seems like pretty much the biggest debut so far this year. You know, at least until I guess we see otherwise, but it's growing on me a lot. Yeah, it has.